Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod, our AWA save. Today we are going to be going over event number 70. It's a Sunday night. We're traveling to Salt Lake City, Utah, and we got an exciting card that we're bringing into Utah today. We're going to have Debbie Combs squaring off against Medusa Michelli, the Nasty Boys versus the Top Guns, Eddie Guerrero battling Mike Graham from Florida. Russ Francis hits the squared circle against Bobby Duncombe. Kevin Kelly is going to face off against DJ Peterson. The Terrorist is going to face Jerry Blackwell. Dick Slater and Jimmy Snuka are going to lock horns. And in the main event, an exciting main event, is going to be the Midnight Express versus the Midnight Rockers. Let's look around our game world again. We went over this briefly for the last episode, but I did notice that Saturday night's main event took place. Hulk Hogan beat up on King Kong Bundy and took it. Andre the Giant and Hercules beat Junkyard Dog and Patera. Billy Jack Haynes and the Killer Bees took on Volkov and the Wild Samoans. That's a pretty cool card, and probably not too far off from how the real Saturday night's main event would look. Surprisingly, they ran the Rosemont Horizon and only drew 3,600. That's pretty shocking. But they got 17 million viewers on NBC, so I'm not going to feel too sorry for them. Windy City Wrestling, which is a company that we have a lot of agreements with, ran the night before. Mr. Electricity Steve Regal, who was the heavyweight champion, beat the Mighty Thor in the main event, and they had some fun stuff take place on this card. Some of these wrestlers, as they mature, we may try to sign to our roster, but we'll see how that goes. So we're moving right along to our tour, which is Sunday night here in Salt Lake City, Utah. All right, first thing we're going to do is check our backstage incidents. And again, it looks like all protege stuff. And it is. Let's see who's absent tonight. Okay, Mike Graham is absent. We're not going to be able to use him. So we'll have to make an adjustment there. No problem. We're going to go ahead and go into our venue locator and the region that we're going to run in. I think Salt Lake City, Utah is in Southwest, but we'll double check here. It may be Mid-South. We're going to find out real quick, right? There's nothing like finding out by finding out. Okay, so it definitely is Southwest. So lesson learned for next time. I've only been playing this game for almost 2 years, and I can't remember. What are you going to do? Okay, so it is Southwest, and we're going to get about 4,700 fans. So we'll see what we can get close to that. And all these arenas are huge. So I hate to waste the money and run the Salt Palace, but we really have no choice. So what we're going to do is make a note, and we're going to create a smaller venue for Salt Lake City between, let's say, 5,000 and 7,000. And the way we're going to do this is I'm actually going to do research and look up venues, sporting venues in Salt Lake City, just like I will for Denver, and we're going to actually create a real venue that was around in 1987. And we'll then import it into the game, and we'll be able to use it. So for this game, we are going to select the Salt Palace. We'll do okay, I think. We might break even. I don't know. But it's kind of the only choice we have to run in Utah and to keep it realistic. So we're going to do it. Okay, let's get rolling with our card here. And again, we got an exciting one. Combs and Michelli are going to kick this one off. We've seen this match before. We've seen this card before in a different section of the country. Debbie Combs is a terrific wrestler. She's currently the Windy City Ladies Champion. And I think very highly of Medusa Michelli. I think she is an excellent wrestler. All right, Debbie Combs is injured, as we know, but she'll be okay. She'll make it through the match. And this was right when Medusa was starting to get really good. She'd already been around for a couple years at this point, and she was starting to get really, really good here. All right, Nasty Boys versus the Top Guns. That's a 12-minute match. We're going to click on Tag Team. I'm going to use that fancy Tag Team view that I didn't realize existed. We're going to plug in our tag teams, click back over to singles, and there we go. Again, I don't care who wins on that one. It doesn't matter to me. We're going to replace Mike Graham with Nelson Royal. And we're going to put Eddie up against Nelson Royal, which I believe we've done before. But it's another title defense for Nelson Royal, and it gives Eddie a learning opportunity against a veteran. So there we go. We're going to plug in our light heavyweight champion. Nelson Royal's going to get the victory. That match is all set. Russ Francis versus Bobby Duncum. It's going to go 14 minutes. We've seen this match before, and we know exactly what needs to take place here. Bobby Duncum has to go over. We just brought him back into the territory. He needs to win everywhere. Everybody needs to see him win. And Russ Francis is a guy that it's not going to hurt him to lose. Bobby Duncum's going to get the W here. Next we have Kevin Kelly and DJ Peterson again. And for this one, we've been pretty even with the wins against each other, so we'll let the AI decide the winner for this one. No big deal either way. As I've stated before, I really like both those wrestlers. I thought they were both talented. And I still got to update this. Jack Victory is the terrorist versus Jerry Blackwell. They're going to go 15 minutes because Blackwell cannot go longer than 15. And I promise I will get that changed over for the next block from the mercenary to the terrorist. So terrorist versus Blackwell, 15 minutes. And again, I really don't care who wins that one. Victory's been losing that a lot. So we're going to go Slater versus Snuka. They're going to go 18. These two have been putting on excellent matches everywhere they've wrestled. Jimmy Snuka's taken just about every match, although we did see Slater win a couple times. I'm going to leave this one open-ended. Again, it doesn't bother me which way this one goes. Now, we're going to do some gambling again here. All right? We talked about it the last time, and we're going to do it again here. We are going to take a gamble, and we're going to put the Midnight Express up against the Midnight Rockers, who are the World Tag Team Champions. We're going to go 25. We're going to go a half hour. These two teams can go a half hour. We're going to have some fun with this one. Now, we're going to leave this open-ended. We're going to let the AI decide if the Rockers are going to drop the tag title. So here we go. This is going to be fun again. This is going to be gambling. We're going to see what happens. So the World Tag Team title is on the line. The Midnight Express versus the Midnight Rockers. In history, the Midnight Express did become a tag team champion team. I can't remember offhand if they're the ones that defeated the Midnight Rockers, but either way this goes, it's still pretty realistic. The Rockers have had the tag title already for 7 months, so either way this goes is fine with me, but it's just fun to gamble like this and see how it goes. The only thing, Greg Gagne is going to be the road agent. That's fine with me. We're going to book it. Yes, we're going to let the road agent decide. And this one's going to go a little bit over 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Perfect time for an AWA show in 1987. And I'm excited. I am excited to see how that main event's going to go. I'm excited about this card. You know what we're going to do right now, though? Right now, we are going to fix this and change it over to the terrorist. Okay? So we, we don't continue doing this. I'm going to fix it again, and I'm going to copy and paste it on the next one. Should have fixed that a while ago. It's probably driving you people nuts. Okay, it's fixed. The spreadsheet is saved. So we're going back to event 70 here in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is exciting. All right, here we go. I'm nervous about this main event. Start the show. All right, 29. Debbie Combs isn't moving that well. She still gets the win over Medusa. Next time, I think we're going to have to see if we can get Michelli to go over. Combs may not allow it, but we'll have to see. So we drew almost 4,700 in the Salt Palace. That's not doing too terrible. The Nasty Boys take the win over the Top Guns. That's okay. Again, both teams are not that popular yet, but that's all right. They'll continue to gain popularity. We're going to keep pushing like this. We're going to keep doing our cards, and they're only going to keep gaining. The AWA is trying to rebound here. Nelson Royal takes out Eddie Guerrero. This match got a poor score, and again, it's because we know both these wrestlers are not popular in this region. So this one, wow, Russ Francis only got a 25. Ugh, that's not good. So this match gets a 63 overall, but Bobby Duncombe looks solid. And apparently, Bobby Duncombe has the ability to has that attribute, giving performer. So that's good. So he was able to carry Russ Francis to a good match. Excellent. Kelly versus Peterson. Again, we're in the different region here. We're in the mid south. They may not be as popular, but the match still scores at 53. Blackwell over the terrorist with the drop kick. Man, watching that 400-pound Blackwell when he used to throw that drop kick was impressive. I got to tell you, much like Mick Foley, I wasn't the biggest of Jerry Blackwell fan. I don't quite understand his appeal, but I can definitely respect his athletic ability in the ring. He was a huge guy and really did some impressive stuff. So, if you go back in time to 1987, a card like this, it probably was pretty exciting to see him throw that high drop kick he would throw at over 400 pounds. Snuka takes out Slater again, this time just in a different region. Okay, we're going to have to keep an eye on that one now too and make sure Slater gets a few W's in there. Here we go. Are you ready? I don't know. I'm really nervous here to see how this main event goes. This is gambling. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. I got my eyes closed. I'm opening them up now. There it is, the title change. The Midnight Express have defeated the Midnight Rockers and taken the tag team title. Wow, I didn't know if it would happen or not, but it did. So that's okay. This is exciting. It'll keep this feud going for a while longer. We can probably get another 6 months out of this feud. So that's exciting stuff. So there you have it. The Midnight Express are the new World Tag Team Champions. And wow, I didn't think we were going to see it, but we did. So there we go. We got our first title change in our save here. Event number 70 here was pretty exciting. Let's finish up this card. Got a 76 overall. We raised this popularity in the region. So again, this is a fun card. It's just going to continue improving as time goes on, and these wrestlers get more exposure in the Mid-South region. And ladies and gentlemen, we have new World Tag Team Champions. Let's finish this one up. I don't see a reason to do a speech. Rose and Condrey. Randy Rose was good. He wasn't a bad wrestler. He was fundamentally sound. He was a Southern Territory wrestler. He knew how to handle himself in the ring. He lacked charisma. Um, and then Dennis Condrey was just absolutely solid. And really, I thought that Condrey and Rose made a really good team. Then again, Condrey may have made a good team with anybody. He was just that good of a wrestler, and he was as smooth as silk. All right, let's see. Oh, Don Owen retired. Marty Jannetty's trash talking. Kevin Kelly. So, what are you gonna do? Let's take a look here at this. So there it is. There's the change. New AWA World Tag Team Champions. Condrey and Rose, the original Midnight Express. So it looks like Jannetty and Michaels ended up with a 7-month title reign. Solid. And now here's the beginning of the reign for the Midnight Express. It's exciting stuff. So let's go ahead and change this over now. Now we got to adjust the rest of these cards. Now it's the Midnight Rockers versus the Midnight Express. I'm excited. This is fun. This has been a lot of fun and continues, and it's going to continue being fun. This is fun going through these cards. We're going to make the adjustment here. We're moving on to event number 71 next in block 4, week 2. So we change our colors. So when we come back next time, you know exactly where to lead off. And we're heading down to another block here. So we're going to kick off the next block the next week here in Las Vegas. We're going to add in our times. We're going to adjust that main event right here to 25 for each card. And we are all set for next time. Let's take a quick look around the wrestling world, see what else has taken place here, see what else happened, and how it may or may not affect us. Very little does affect us, but sometimes it does. Down in Florida, what a nice show rating there. And Eddie Graham, they sold it out, 4,800 people. Graham and Kern, who are the Florida Tag Team Champions, took out Roop and Rogers. You will notice quite a few Jim Crockett Promotions wrestlers here on the card, and that's because, as we talked about before, Crockett owns Championship Wrestling from Florida and was sending a lot of their talent down there to work for them in that territory. Unfortunately for the CWF, they wouldn't last long. By the end of November of 1987, they were no longer running shows, and they were officially closed down in December. So we're going to actually do that in the save. No matter where they're at, we're going to keep with the realism. And it's a shame because Florida was such a great territory for so many years. And just unfortunately, after Eddie Graham passed away, Hiro Matsuda and Mike Graham and the partners involved just couldn't keep things up. It also didn't help them that they had Crockett and the WWF going national. You had the UWF, which was Mid-South, make an attempt to go national. You know, people forget about that. They think that Vince McMahon is the only one that went national and bought people's time slots out and stuff like that. Crockett was doing the exact same thing, and Bill Watts was doing the same thing with the UWF. There was really no difference. Well, the end game difference was the WWF survived and is still an international powerhouse today, while all the other promotions closed eventually. So let's take a look at the NWA's live event tour. Luger over Fernandez for the U.S. title. That's a decent main event. But again, we're doing that lesser card here, as you can see. So you're not seeing the heavy names like you should. You know, Ric Flair should be wrestling on this card. Arn Anderson should be wrestling on this card. Tully Blanchard should be wrestling on this card. So I think the way to fix this for the future would be to alternate between less than or lesser cards and tour. I think that's the fairest way to do it, the happy medium. WWF had a live event. Patera over Volkov in the main event. Great score, but again, this is, well, everybody was kind of a big name in the WWF, so I can't really say that these are low-end names, but you're not seeing Savage, you're not seeing Hogan, stuff like that. So, all right, well, that concludes this episode. I look forward to seeing all of you come back for Live Event 71. We should have another week off of television here, and I'm pretty certain that we do. Yeah, we're off again of TV because we recorded for 2 weeks. So we're going right back into Friday night in Live Event Tour 71, which is going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada. So if you haven't already, folks, please give us a like, click subscribe. We're attempting to build an empire here. We need your participation, your help. And also, if you would like this mod, visit my website, www.braddrake.net/contact. Send me an email. I'll send you the link to get you the mod. I'd love for you to have the mod and to play it along with us and have some fun with it. And trust me, there is way more depth than what we're seeing with the AWA. I just saw the AWA as a challenge and decided to play it for this save. Also, for those of you that may be interested, facebook.com/1987supermod, facebook.com/1987supermod. Join us for discussion over this game. We'll also post some videos, and I want to see other people that are playing this mod post their results and see how things are going. So thanks a lot, everybody. It was a lot of fun again, this card. Remember, we have new World Tag Team Champions.